Hello, my name is Jake Rhodes with ADJ, and today we're bringing you a special edition Halloween episode. You may have noticed already, but all these lights here in front of me are IP65 rated. What's really special and important about IP65, especially for Halloween environments, is that most of the time when you need to use lights for mazes or amusement parks, they're probably going to be outside. Thus, your lights need to be outdoor rated. If your lights aren't IP65 rated, they're susceptible to water, dust, etc., that will basically make them cease to function. These guys are fully protected against water, dust, rain, actually blood and blood effects as well. That being said, let's get started. On my right here, we have our 32 hex panel IP. This is going to be really great for uplighting walls, curtains, certain drapery. This is actually features a hex chip. So what that means, it has red, green, blue, white, amber, and UV. So not only can you achieve color mixing that's very, very saturate, you can also do UV effects that's special just with all of our hex fixtures. The next light I have here is our 15 hex bar IP. This also features a hex chip, which includes the UV as well. One thing that is similar between these two, as you might have noticed, is there's a frost filter. On the 32 hex panel IP, this frame just pops up and you can remove it. But on this guy, there's actually a little tab here that you can slide it in and out. This is going to be really, really nice when you need to increase or decrease your beam angle. This third light I have here is going to be our 12P hex IP. This is the middle child to the family of 3 units, the one being the 7P hex IP and the bigger brother being the 18P hex IP. All 3 of these fixtures, depending on certain applications, will be great for washing hallways, washing walls, anything you need to wash color with. These 3 units and the family of the P hexes are going to do the job great. They're super powerful with its hex 12 watt RGBW, amber, and UV LEDs, and it's going to do the job for you. Moving on to this next product that is also IP65 rated. This is technically a blinder and strobe, but it can also be used as the wash light. This is our Encore Burst RGBW IP. This guy has a huge beam angle and can spread massive amounts of light to huge areas. And because this is actually an RGBW chip, you can use this as a color blinder and strobe to blind or strobe your audiences in multiple different colors instead of just warm white or cool white. Our next light is the Hydro Beam X1. This is a more traditional beam moving head style light. Again, a full IP65. Some uses for these are going to be mostly mid-air effects. So while you're running the haze and the spooky fog in your haunted house or maze, you can be using this to have mid-air aerial effects to project beams and light across the whole room and spaces. So this is going to be basically you're more of an eye candy attraction moving around. My next 2 lights here are going to be focused more on battery operational lights. What's really nice about battery operated lights is that you don't need any cables. Specifically on the SaberSpot Go, you can have this running up to 8 hours, and it also features wireless DMX. So no data cables, no power cables, nothing. So this is going to be a 15 watt RGBW pin spot. But what's really cool about this guy is it actually also comes with 2 different frost filters that you can attach to the front of the unit, making it a wash. So this is really good for those hard to reach corners, those hard to reach areas where you can't supply power, data, anything to. You can charge this up overnight when you're not in use. These 3 magnets on the bottom are going to be even nicer for areas where you can't get a clamp into. You can just stick this right to an I-beam or anything like that. And there you go, you have wireless light. My next light here is going to be our Element Hex. Again, battery operated and also features wireless DMX, so no cables are needed to run this unit. This is going to be really great for areas where power is not available to you, to uplight walls, objects, anything. We make several other options in the same category, including an RGBW option. This is the hex option, so it's RGBW, amber, and UV, and we also have an IP option just in case it gets a little bloody in your haunted house. Our next unit here is actually going to step over to more of a fogger. The Onto Ice is a low-lying dry ice fog machine. So what this really does very well is that it keeps fog very close to the ground, almost getting that eerie, creepy cemetery vibe. Now let's talk about some UV products, starting with our UV LED bar 20IR. So this is going to be a very entry-level UV bar. Again, very point and play. You can either just plug it in, turn it on manually, you can use DMX control, or use an IR remote with this guy. This will be good for washing certain paintings that have UV in them or walls. If you need something with a little bit more coverage, we have our Eco UV Bar DMX. Again, DMX controlled, or you can just turn it on manually. This is going to be great for covering certain walls or longer areas where you need UV coverage. Last but not least, we have our Encore Burst UV IP. Again, IP rated, so this is good to go for indoor and outdoor applications. But something special about this guy is that it actually operates on a lower nanometer than the others, meaning that there's less visible light emitted from this unit. Now moving on to some other effect style lights, we have our Icon IR and Mega Flash DMX. The Icon IR is basically a Gobo projector, a really bright Gobo projector. The Icon IR allows you to put your own custom Gobos into this slot right here. This is perfect for when you need to project company logos, or in this case, spiders, ghosts, and ghouls onto walls and floors. You can also have them rotate as well, which is another really cool feature. Moving on to our Mega Flash DMX, this is a very powerful strobe light. If you need a dedicated strobe light for your haunted maze or event, this is perfect for you because you can use it in two different ways. In standalone, you can use your two knobs back here to control the intensity and the rate of strobing, or you can plug it in via DMX and control it that way as well. These have been some products that we have chosen to highlight for our Halloween audiences. If you'd like to check out more, please visit us at adj.com.